This episode of Hard Science is brought to you by Full Sail University.
Hey, welcome to Hard Science, the show where we use just a little bit of knowledge about the world to bend it to our whim. I'm Anthony.
I'm Tara.
Tara, have you ever sat back and just watched a music visualizer?
I have, but not while sober.
I used to sit back and watch the iTunes one all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I used to think? This is great, but I wish it had the ability to burn me alive.
This is gonna involve fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a good thing I wore my most flammable sweater.
Today we're making a Rubens tube, or a standing wave flame tube. This is basically an antique physics apparatus for demonstrating standing acoustic waves in a tube. Basically, if you think about how before we had safe toys, kids would play with rusty lawn darts, this is like that, but for graphic equalizers.
The Rubens tube was invented in 1905 by a German physicist named Heinrich Rubens, and he created it as a way to demonstrate the relationship between sound waves and sound pressure. Like, think of an extremely primitive oscilloscope.
All right, so we've already started off our Rubens tube here. We have made a bunch of tiny little holes, equidistant here along it. Got our big hole down here for the gas line.
And epoxy.
So we're gonna have to let that set for a few minutes. And while that's happening, we can lock off this side, which is where the speaker's gonna go.
And we're gonna use a latex glove.
And now I guess all that's left is to block off this side as well.
And we wanna make sure that that is completely airtight. Are you sure that's screwed properly?
I don't know.
So sound waves move in a pattern kind of like this, and by igniting the gas at one end of the tube, we're gonna allow that gas to escape out of the holes in the top, and that's gonna allow us to visualize where those high and low pressure areas are.
So when the sound goes up, the pressure gets so high at the peak that the gas comes shooting out and the flame gets higher. I don't think we're gonna make it out of this with eyebrows. I'm just calling it right now. Look, it works.
It works.
We did it. So, in theory now, if you were to scream into that side of the tube.
Oh, there you go!
It's so funny to like feel myself failing at the note and see the flames go down at the exact moment.
Now we're gonna finally hook up a tone to it. We're gonna hold this up to the end. You can already see sort of peaks starting to form here and over there. Let's try raising this.
And the actual length of the waves, the periods, the distance between peak to peak is getting shorter as the frequency gets higher. Okay, so now that we've tried everything with a steady frequency,
Let's get some music.
let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's pump up the jam.
You know, there's one type of music I feel like is gonna show this off really just the best that any kind of music can. We need the fat bass drops.
We need the dubstep.
This is actually just a visual representation of why dubstep is used in everything. Look at this.
Whoa! That is so awesome.
This is how you dance to dubstep. I watched a video. Well, I think we just scientifically proved that dubstep is the greatest music on earth.
I know, I'm a little out of breath.
I didn't believe it until fire. You know, we don't often say, don't try this at home, and I still don't think I'm going to say, don't try this at home.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought that's where you're gonna go with that, but I wasn't sure.
I absolutely think you should try this at home. With more propane and a
Indoors,
larger
yes.
tube. Hey, I'm kind of excited this week because Full Sail University bankrolled the episode.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of experience with them, don't ya?
Yes, they gave us the money to set our eyebrows on fire this week, but a long time ago, I actually started off, my first on-camera stuff that I ever did was in Full Sail Student Films, and they're like an entertainment university.
Yeah.
So they have a film school, they have music production and music business.
Software development, mobile development, web design, pretty much everything.
Some of the technical programs, the software development programs are actually available online, so you can do them from home,
Yes,
which is great.
and if you go there, they will provide everything you need at an institutional discount.
Yep, all your laptop, all your software, all that stuff. And they will keep giving us money if you go there to burn our hair and our clothes. So go to fullsail.edu/hardscience and help support our self-immolation goals.
Oh! Oh my God. It's